raised on everybody.
The Bush tax cuts.
Yeah. The Democrats with 30% of the Republicans or whatever combined for a majority in the House of Representatives to pass this legislation, which the president will sign, which will keep the Bush tax cuts in place. Now that sounds like something Republicans normally do, but what the Republicans objected to was that there were no. While yes, you were stopping the raising of taxes on people with this legislation that was voted yes in the House, and the Senate, and the president will sign. There were no cuts of government spending, and what the Republicans who voted against this said was, listen, we're not going to raise taxes on these people that make on anybody. In this case, people who make more than $450,000. It's a matter of principle here. Without some serious cuts in government spending, we're not going to vote to raise anybody's taxes. And so that was, as I say, it gets a little murky there. You really have to understand how the gamesmanship is being played here. But that was basically what was. So now the Democrats will come and say, hey, we voted to allow the tax rates to stay in place on 98% of the American people. We're the champion of the middle class.
Yes.
And so the Republicans are going to have a hard time PR in that.
Well, and try to put yourself in the shoes of a John Boehner. Boehner knew, the Democrats with the media on their side, if the Republicans in the House all voted against this yesterday, then they would be blamed for the big tax increases that we would all.
The Republicans would be blamed for tax increases.
They would be. That's
what I'm saying. It gets kind of complicated. It's kind of ironic.
And Obama knew he had the Republicans over a barrel.
Yeah.
On this one. Yeah. But now the big problem, the reality is...
Yeah, it's still in front of us.
The huge debt deficit, whatever you want to refer to it as, is still in front of us.
I've said this before, and I don't mean to sound pessimistic. Guys, I don't trust the Democrats at all with the deficit. I think their spending would lead to our country imploding in the next 2 to 5 years, because I don't think Obama gives a rip about the deficit or the debt. I really don't. I don't think he cares. Whether that you describe that as intentional on bankrupting the country, I can't read the guy's mind. I just know his actions. With respect to the Republicans, I don't think they know what to do, because the cuts that are going to be necessary are going to be so painful to our economy in the immediate that they don't want to be blamed for it. That is the Republicans. But they know that the cancer will kill the country if they don't cut it out. But everybody, the Republicans are handing each other the what do you call it? What thing? The scalpels? The doctors?
Scalpel.
What you call them to cut the cancer out?
Right.
And Boehner hands it to Cantor, and Cantor hands it to some.
Right. Here, you go first.
And McConnell, and they say, what are we going to do about this? There's the cancer. I don't want to cut it out. You know how this guy's going to scream when I start cutting? So they don't know what to do either. Again, I know that's a very pessimistic view of things in Washington, D.C., but that's how I see it. How it's all going to play out, I don't know. I just know one thing. We're $16 trillion in debt, and if you keep adding debt, you eventually destroy your economy, or you destroy your country.
Well, think Italy.
Yeah, and Greece.
And Greece.
Thank you, Fred.
Okay.
I guess I'll thank you for that. But I don't know what I'm thinking.
More to come.
Yeah, thank you, Fred.
Thanks, Fred, and there's more to come.
Thank you for the report.
Story. Yeah.
All right, you're listening to today's issues.